fight tonight.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jade up here. Today's video is going to be about my Magic and Necromancer build video for VMA. So we're going to be discussing pretty much everything that this guy's wearing, down to its CP, down to like what's underneath is going to be in. So go ahead and check it out. So the fashion, I'm gonna get asked it. I already know I am, so I thought I'd just start with it. Well, here is the sets that I'm running, or as far as the equipment that I'm running, to look badass. Then we got Abner Thorne's Candy Cane staff, and then on our back bar, or our front bar, we have Celery. The die that we have is Hollow Fang. It's super easy to get. All you have to do is be Fane and Lair of Marsalok on vet. That's it. That's all you have to do. Beat them both. You get this badass die. This one here, I guess I just got it like not too long ago, and I'm not too sure what it is, but it is. It's kind of looking like this one here ish. No, it's not. Looks nothing like it. All right, talk. And the white that I'm running is Julianos white. All you have to do to get Julianos white is go to Craglorn, get in the Pug group, which is a pickup group, and just do normal AA. Do normal AA, get the white die, be a badass. That's all you have to do. Really cool, really easy. All right, now that we got the fashion out of the way, that's fashion's true end game. We're going straight into our CP. The blue tree. We got most of our CP from Lyco in the blue tree here. I just kind of like adjusted it a little bit. So we got 61 Elfborn, 56 LE Expert, 6 Spell Erosion, 16 Weapon Expert, 56 Master at Arms, 72 Thaumaturge. Treachery, we're looking at 81 Ironclad, 40 Spell Shield, 49 Hardy and LE Defender, 40 Thick Skinned, 11 Recovery. Looking at the Green Tree, 20 Warlord, 39 Sprinter, 100 Arcanus, 51 Tenacity, 40 Tumbling, and 20 Shadow Ward. Bam, there we go. We got the two most important things out of the way. Now you're good to go. Go into Maelstrom right now and destroy it, dude. All you have to do. Alright, so what we're going to be looking at right now is a little bit of our stats between the food that we're running. So right now we're just running Bloody Mara. Here, I'll take it just so you know. We're looking at 38k max magic, at 18k health, 990 mag recovery because we're bosses. We're sitting with no buff active, 2,000 spell damage, 59% crit, 5,000 spell penetration. Now, when we buff up just a little bit, we're going to take our pot, hit that bad boy, hit this bad boy, and look back over here, and we're looking at 1,100 mag recovery and 3k spell damage. I don't know why I actually hit this ability. I actually have no freaking clue. I have no idea. I know it gives a major sorcery, but so does our pot, so I'm just not sure why. So the pots we're using: major sorcery, major prophecy, spell power pots, and I think I already went over the food. Bloody Mara, cool. As far as the sets that we're running, I'm running the Maelstrom Inferno Staff. Yes, the rarest, one of the rarest drops in the game, right here. We have a Berserker enchant on this as well, which increases your weapon and spell damage by 452. That's because it's infused on the Infernal Staff. That's why it has that big buff. One of the second rarest things in the game is this Asylum Perfected Infernal Staff. I happen to have it in Precise. That's why our spell critical is so high. Did I show you guys buffed up? If I didn't, well, here it is. 3k spell damage and then 69% crit, 62 on the back And the trait on that is precise. I wouldn't mind having like a sharpen just to kind of increase that pen a little bit, or fuse or something like that. Precise isn't a bad, but you know, I just kind of want to test some other stuff. Flame enchant on the front bar is what I like to have. As far as the jewelry goes, I have 3 arcane, I have 2 spell damage with 1 magic recovery, and the gear that I have is False Gods Perfected. Now, check this out. Don't get too crazy and be like, oh man, I'll never get False Gods Perfected. Well, with that attitude, you're not getting shit. What you need to do is go to Elsewhere or Craglorn or anywhere that your platform has, like PC, EU, NA, whatever, Xbox, NA, EU, PS4, NA, EU. Go wherever you need to go, probably Elsewhere, and say, hey, looking for normal Sunspire trial or short term in LFG space NSS. Looking for group for normal Sunspire. Bam, easy. You're already out there. Put that shit in zone chat, and you should be good to go. Probably not, honestly. People are gonna be like, "Oh man, you starting a group," and then just start a group if you have to, and then just farm it on normal. Get non-perfected. Non-perfected. I think the only thing that you're getting taken away is the max magica. I actually can't even remember. I don't even know. I don't think I have any non-perfect. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything non-perfect. Yeah, so I think the non-perfected, you just don't have the max magica. It's either the max magica or the spell damage. Either one. I don't know which one it is. Um, I'm sure it's something like that. I'm sure somebody in the comment section down below is gonna be like, "Hey, idiot! It's it's this, whatever, whatever. I don't really care. You could still use this, and the reason why you're using this is one because it's given minor slayer, it's given extra spell crit, and it's it gives you either spell damage or max magic, which is really nice. And the 5-piece set reduces the cost of your your magic abilities by 8%. When you kill an enemy, store 2,000 magicka and gain major expedition for 8 seconds, increasing your movement speed by 30%. Now, that's just probably the coolest thing ever. That's exactly like Vicious Ophidian, pretty much. So, use this setup, good to go. And you can use it, you can use the normal, you can use the non-perfected and you'll be fine. Alright? Not that big a deal. You can also use the non-perfected of the Asylum staff if you have that. The only issue is you're gonna have to hit the enemy 3 times for it to apply the burning, concussion, and chill status effect that you get from the perfected, which is you only have to hit them twice. Now, if you don't have either one of these staffs, just farm normal Sunspire until you have Fosgod staffs, or go buy Mother Sorrow staffs, or, which is our next set, which is going to bring us to our next set, which is Mother Sorrow. Or what you could do, go take a character, go take 2 characters that are already CP level. Come over here. I already did a video on this before. Come over here to this way shrine. Go right here where my mouse is pointed. Talk to this person, and what he's going to do, he's going to give you some BS quests. He'll make you go all over the place, run around, kill stuff, pick up stuff, free people, kill some more stuff, go into people's houses, kill somebody, and then come back over here and talk to him. He's going to give you a green lightning staff of Mother Sorrow. Go over there, and you could do this once per character. So get a character, or I'm sure everybody that's probably watching this has at least 1 character or at least 2 characters that are already CP levels. And it probably may or may not have done this quest, right? Come over here, do this quest, get you 2 free Mother Sorrow lightning staffs that are both infused. Slap them on here, and then if you already have the jewelry of Mother Sorrow, slap them on there, and then False Gods, bam, slap it on your body, throw on a monster set. Speaking of monster sets, here are some monster sets. If that's what you're gonna do, these are the ones that I would recommend. You could throw on Slime Crawl, gets you some minor berserk, gets you some extra crit for God knows why. You could look up Scoria. Scoria is a nice set. Basically, what this one does is when you deal a dot damage, whenever you deal damage over time, which is a DOT, damage over time, you have an 8% chance to spawn a meteor, and that's going to hit one person, and then it'll do some flame damage to enemies around you that are around that enemy, up to 5 meters. Really nice set. Plus, it also has, I don't know if you guys seen this, but it also has the first item set is going to be max health. So it's going to increase your max health by quite a bit. Sitting at like 19k max health. It's going to be insane. So we did Slime Claw, Scoria, Grothar. Grothars is another set. I highly recommend this one too as well. This one's just a fun set to run, and it actually is not super bad. This one has ×1 is max magicka. ×2 is when you deal damage. This is any type of damage. You could fart on them, throw a booger on them, whatever you got to do to deal damage to them. Basically, throw something at them, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" That's gonna have a 10% chance to proc this, and it's gonna create a lava around you. It's gonna swirl like a tornado, Cat 5. And it's going to deal some flame damage to the enemies inside of it. Up to 8 meters. It's on once every 1 second for 5 seconds. 10-second cooldown. Once every 10 seconds, excuse me. So it's not a bad set. It actually, helps out with some AoE damage that you may be lacking if you're running this class and you just feel like you lack it. The other set that I'm going to talk about is Ice Heart. This is another monster set. It's actually really, really cool. It's a really new player friendly, new VMA player friendly set. Or if you just feel like being like the most laziest person in the world after you've already done Maelstrom like 1,000 million times, and you just don't really care for anything, and you just want to sit back and like heavy attack and not do anything, this is the set for you too. ×1 gives you some spell crit. ×2, when you deal critical damage, that's any critical damage. Any damage you crit, bam. This thing has a 20% chance to proc. What is it going to do? I'll tell you. It's going to put an 8,000 damage shield over you for 8 seconds, which is okay. And then, while the damage shield is going, it's going to deal 1,000 frost damage around you. So 5 meters from your person, bam, it's going to do a little bit of frost damage. Is it awesome? Does it do a lot of damage? Hell no, it doesn't do a lot of damage. It's crap. But the biggest thing is that it constantly procs that damage shield every like few seconds. As soon as that shield is gone, it's gonna proc again like almost immediately. It's really, really good for newer players. Really good. Or lazy players. Newer players or lazy players, either one. Pick your poison. So that is the gear that I'm running, and I'll run through it right quick. All divines. The only thing that I do have that isn't divines is my chest pieces and fuse. I literally just got my transmute crystals today because on PCNA, that's when the campaign ended, like yesterday or today. I don't remember. So I may transmute this one, and then I may transmute this to sharpen to test it out. I don't know. And then, of course, again, False Gods have all arcane. You could probably swap this to sharpen if you wanted to, or whatever. I don't know. If you want to get sweaty, swap it. Whatever you want to, you feel like it. I actually got to make a note and swap this to spell damage. But other than that, it's all spell damage here. Of course, flame damage, and then Berserker on the back bar. As far as traits go, infuse the back bar, precise front bar if you want, sharpened front bar, whatever. What else are we looking at? Well, let's look here. I think I told you I'm at the Shadow at Bloody Morrow, ESO plus some badass, Minor Slayer, some cool hell. You know. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's go into the skills. So, of course, try and get all these passives, basic because America, and the same thing. Basically, here's what I'm gonna tell you. If you're using one ability in any of these weapon, just go ahead and get the passes. I mean, why not, right? All right, so we're looking at destruction staff, which is here. Um, force pulse. This is going to help out with the silent perfected and non-perfected. If you have that, every 2 for perfected, you're going to apply chill, concussed, and then for chill, concussed, and burning, and then for non-perfected, hit them 3 times. You find they burn us if they're not already. And this one hits up to 2 nearby enemies too. So when you lay down blockade, they have a chance of getting burned, and then you hit this with force pulse, and then bam, force pulse hits that person, and then another person because they're already burned. It's just I really like this pulse rotate. Blast bones. This is actually pretty cool. You spawn just a little shitty skeleton, and it runs and like jumps on somebody and it explodes. Does pretty cool damage. So it's not bad. Use it, America. Um, they actually fixed this too. It used to like walk with the spider boss on VMA. That one boss that comes down. He's like a giant spider, and he just walks around. You stand underneath him. You take no damage. That guy. It used to walk with him, and it used to be really, really annoying to see. But they fixed it, so you can do this, and it'll jump on him every time, and then you could use other. The way that I like to use the force pulse is I always like to do this. If I'm over here in Maelstrom, and I lay down my dots, okay. And I'm over here, I always like to heavy attack force pulse, and that usually kills them. That usually kills them like 100%. And if it doesn't, then I just light attack force pulse again, turn around, and that will kill them. 90%, 99% of the time, it works 100% of the time. It will usually kill them. Or what you could do, if a huge enemy spawns and you have all these guys here, and then like a huge enemy spawns, you can do this, and then just bam, and then tether that, and then you can come over here and just start hitting them too. And that tether is still gonna hit these guys that are on top of you. So you can kill like the big targets or the harder to kill targets that spawn away from you, and kind of hit them that way. That's what I like to do. Okay. So now we talked about that. Degeneration. I like to use this one because it is a nice dot. It gives me major sorcery when I suck at popping my pots. And it also helps with light and heavy attacks with sustain. It's not a bad to put on. And plus from the Mages Guild, it gives you what was it 2%? Yeah, 2% max magicka, 2% mag recovery. So it's pretty nice. And then when you use a magic ability, you get empowerment, which is going to increase your light attacks by 40% for 5 seconds. So it's really nice. And then plus it gets increased when just read the passives. So we're looking at Mystic Siphon. This is that one ability that we just did. So when you spawn this badass blast bone, he explodes, and there's a corpse. You see that little icon right there, the little indicator. Well, see, I waited too long. I'm trying to show you guys. See, indicator here. Bam! Use that ability, and what that does does quite a bit of damage. As you can see, look how much damage it's just. It does quite a bit of damage. It's actually a really strong skill. And I like to use it in Maelstrom because while we have it slotted, my damage is increased by 3%, which that's pretty nice. And of course it does 21,000 shock damage over 12 seconds. It's super, super nice. And plus what you can do, it also restores a little bit of magicka. It's not a crap ton, but it's an okay amount. So again, what I do is throw blast bones at the farthest target, and then so basically do something like this. Bam, I already going over there. Okay, explode, there you go. And then I just run it through this guy. And as you can see, you can actually go like a pretty good amount away, and it will still tick. Kind of keep that in mind. And then see when you have enemies coming from this way, and and they get right on top of you, that tether is going to deal to them anyway. It's super, super. Nice to have. Channel acceleration, basically to just get that minor force. I mean, that's pretty much it. I started using Trap Beast. But the thing with this is, I have such low stam that I just kept running out of stam. I like to dodge roll a lot, and if you like to dodge roll, you're gonna be using up that stam. And I could probably put more points into tumbling because I don't hold block that much, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. But I figured I would just change the skill. You know? So that's what I did. I mean, you get minor force for 36 seconds. That's like the entire round of one round if you're quick enough and do enough damage. So as soon as the portal spawns, just proc this bad boy, good to go. Colossus, use that on your front bar. That's what I do. It's just easier. Like I have it on both bars, so whenever it procs, I just throw it down whenever. And I'll go over some honorary mentions that you could probably use to kind of help you out in Maelstrom if you're feeling like you're less tanky or whatever. And I'll go over that in here in a second. But the Colossus, the Magicka one, I chose it because it does a little bit more damage, 900 or excuse me, 9,999 frost damage with the smash. It does quite a bit of damage. And plus it gives major vulnerability. So basically what you want to do is you want to lay down your dots. And if you can, do this. And then just go at it like this. And then you're good to go. See right there, I just did 36k, and all I did was throw down dots, throw down the thing. And that was 36k over just that quick little. It's not I'm sure people do a crap ton more. Now, if you don't feel like running Degeneration, or you don't like Blast Bones, or you don't like Mystic Siphon. Okay, Mystic Siphon. I thought it was called something else. Second. What you could use is this ability right here. Now, this ability right here is actually a pretty cool one. You can use either morph. If you feel like you're not as tanky, throw on this right here. And what this is gonna do, whenever you absorb, I'll show you. Let me do. Oh shit. Shit. Basically, what it does when you see this little thing right there, that little icon again, whenever you hit this button, every one that you absorb, every dead person or corpse that you absorb, you're gonna get major protection added to it. The highest you can get is 12 seconds, as you can see right here, popped up here. As you can see, it's really short, but if you get like 3 or 4 enemies dying around you, you're looking at like 10 seconds. You can get a max, I think it was like 6 for 12 seconds. So you can get 12 seconds of major protection. This will more than likely be nerfed down the road, right? But it's absolutely insane. You can use this in Maelstrom on a Stam or Magicka and just constantly just bam, just keep getting ulti and major protection. I like to use the other morph mainly because whenever you absorb an enemy, you get a crap ton of. And that also procs the corpse consumption. So whenever you consume a corpse, that's gonna give you 10 ults. So if you're constantly proccing this every 16 seconds, or even this every 16 seconds, you're gonna get 10 ultimate continuous. If you use the other morph for this, you're gonna get a shit ton. You're gonna get at least, I think it's like 6 ultimate per corpse or something like that. I can't actually remember. Um, but yeah, it's nuts. So like you hit this, and you get like bam, it's like 16 in one guy. It's so crazy, absolutely insane. But yeah, you could change that out. That's probably about the only thing that I'd really change out. I mean, if you're coming down and you feel like you're just not getting health back as quick, you could throw this bad boy on and then just hit somebody. It heals for a lot, and the one you want to get is the Magicka one. Basically, you hit an enemy, you heal, and then for every additional enemy hit, it goes up to 5 times. it just continuously ticks on you. I'll show you. So as you can see what it says, you heal for so much, and additional up to so many enemies. After dealing damage, you heal for so much every 1 second for 5 seconds. So it's super, super, super nice. As you can see, I hit 49k or 4900 right off the bat, and then I'm just slowly ticking. 600, 600, 49 again, 600, 600, almost 700, almost. So you just constantly get a nice little heal for a few seconds. So it's honestly it's not too bad. Yeah, so that's that. You could too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I would probably on my front bar. I honestly probably won't change this out too much. Up to you. Back bar, Harness Magica. It's just a really good skill to not really have on your bar. You can use one. The other one gives you a bigger shield. This one, if I remember, because they keep changing it. And then this one here, just whenever the shield absorbs damage, you restore some Magica. So it's just really, really nice to have. The next one is Avid Boneyard, and that one comes from Gravelord. Basically, what this one does, you lay this down, and it does like 17k or X amount of frost damage over 10 seconds. But if you consume a corpse, and this is what I like to do. So this is somewhat of my rotation that I do. Bam, I'll do the tether, do this, and then boom. And then hit that. So hopefully you guys seen that. I'll slow it down, and I'll slow it down maybe. But it was something like this. Light attack, this, light attack, that, light attack, this, light attack, that, this, and then when you do that, light attack, bam. Basically something like that. I know it's not exactly what I did, but you get the drift, right? Light attack, blast bone, use 2 abilities, bam, Mystic Siphon. Bam, Blast Bone, use 2 abilities, probably Wall or one of these, or 2 other abilities, or even Harness, and then bam, throw that on the dead enemy, and that's gonna consume the corpse, 50% extra damage. Absolutely super, super strong. Then you can activate the synergy, and it's gonna do 11,000 frost damage, or X amount of frost damage, to enemies in the area, and then healing you for the damage done. So this is a really, really good skill that I highly recommend running in Maelstrom. Unstable Wall of Fire. Basically, what this one does is, and I'll just show you. You throw this bad boy down. When the timer runs out, it'll explode, and you'll see. And through, line up, boom. Now, what you could do is you can also do this. You can throw this bad boy down, and then you're like, oh no, I need it over here. Oh no, I need it going this way. Every time you recast it, it does an explosion. So that's pretty cool. So as you can see at the very bottom, when the effect ends, the barrier explodes, dealing so much flame damage. So again, that can crit, and then you keep hitting it, bam, 10k, 6k, whatever. And then burning enemies take 20% more damage from this ability. So this goes really well. Hitting the main boss or whatever, hitting them twice, throwing this bad boy down, and then 50% more damage, activating it. This dude has a shit ton of damage. I promise you. So that's why we're using this more here. Skeleton, you definitely want to keep, a Mender up. Let me see where it's at. I think it's Living Death, right? Yeah, while you have a Blast Bone, Skeleton Mage, your Spirit Mage are active, your Magicka and Stamina recovery is by 200. We'll go over the passives here in a second. I just wanted to hit out these few. So you keep this guy up, hopefully 100% of the time, good to go. He's just this skeleton man is just it's just a mess. He hits whatever he wants to hit, so just keep that in mind. And also when he spawns and he dies, he spawns a corpse as well. So you can use that on Boneyard. You can use him with the siphon. Yeah, that's pretty. The next one we have is probably our bread and butter to survival here, and you could probably run this bad boy and not have to run a heal or something. This dude is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Now, could you imagine? And I'll show you. Let me just show you what he's on. So this dude right here, he heals you for 16 seconds. Every 2 seconds, he's gonna heal you for like 3K, right? Or more, 4K, whatever, right? Let's just spawn him. All right, bam. Every 2 seconds, he's gonna hit us with a heal me, heal me. All right, hear me, fool. There we go. Oh, you would die, wouldn't he? All right, and of course, when he dies, he. All right, why? Sorry, everybody. Where is it at? Incoming pet damage. No, incoming. Outgoing pet healing. Oh shit. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. 1800, 6K, 6K. You know what I mean? Just, damn it. Oh my god. I suck at mouse and keyboard. I just suck with it. Just go over here. All right. As you can see, 6K. And it's reducing my healing taken because of balance, but just kind of wanted to show you that I heal quite a bit. Pretty crazy. And then plus, while he's healing you and stuff, and while he's active, he takes 10% of the damage. So whatever damage is coming into you, he's taking 10% of it. Like that's insane. Now keep that in mind. 10% of the damage you're not taking. On top of, let's just say you have major protection on, reducing the damage you take by 30%. On top of 10% of the damage you take is transferred. 10% of the damage is not even, like, the damage that you're taking, 10% of it is not even happening. That's basically what's happening. And when he dies, he makes a corpse. Like, this is why this setup right here is just super, super, super. Now, you could run that if you wanted to, whatever. But this is the way that I like to run my bars and run my setup. You can try it out, see how you like it, just however you see fit. I want to thank you guys for watching, hanging out, and whatnot in the video. I do have something for you guys though. This is something I thought about while I was making this video. Now, let's say if you wanted to use Trap Beast just because you like it, but you're having issues with Stam, what you could do, this is an option, could use Tri-Stat Food. Now look at this. We're at 38, 18, 9. 38, 18, 9. Boom. We're taking 1K away from Magicka, 1K away from health, and adding a crap ton of stam. Still keeping the same recovery and all that stuff. Only thing we're changing is we're taking 1K away, adding a shit ton of stam. Could do that if you have issues with stam and you Trap Beast and all this other stuff. Me personally, I don't really care to use it. I'm not pushing for score. I don't mind using channel acceleration. And the only reason why is just because, I don't even have it leveled up. Rip that. I was going to say I like it because of the damage shield, but I don't even. America. Whatever. But if you have this leveled up, you could use it. Totally up. So we're going to look at some of these abilities here as far as the passives goes, and then we're going to cut. Increase your damage with damage over time effects by 10%. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. When you have a Grave Lord ability active, spell and physical penetration is increased by 15. And that means this right here. So look at our spell penetration. Bam, 7K. And we're looking at here, increase your critical strike chance against enemies under 25% health by 10% for each graveyard. Right here, we're at 30%. Here, 30%. Super here. Reusable parts. When your Blast Bone, Skeleton Mage, or Spirit Bender dies, the cost for your next Blast Bone, Skeleton Mage, or Spirit Bender is reduced by 25%. This class is going to get an overhaul of nerf I've never seen in my entire life. This dude's going to be gutted so bad, it's ridiculous. Like, all these passes are freaking OP, right? Increase your max health by 1250. This actually used to be like 3k, and it was absolute. Because then you could use Ghastly Eyeball and it'd be fine. Increase your healing received by 2% for each Bone Tyrant ability slotted. You don't have one on here. Not even really using any skills. But if you wanted to, oh, and by the way, while slotted, your damage taken reduced by 3%. So imagine that. 10%, 30%, and then 3%. So you're looking at 33% damage reduced, and then 10% of the damage that you're taking is not getting even affected by you. So just imagine how OP this class is in PvE, let alone PvP. I can just imagine how tanky they are in PvP. Reduce the damage you take from damage over time abilities by 10% while you have a Bone Tyrant active. Cool. And then whenever an enemy you are in combat with dies within 28 meters of you, store 200 magicka and stamina. Imagine if you had this bad boy on and just went to town. Living Death. When you have a Blast Bone, we went over this one, and we went over Consume Corpse, which two are good. Why you have a Living Death ability slotted, your critical strike chance with all healing abilities is increased by 20%. Now, this is only going to be active on our back bar, so keep. While you have a negative effect on you, your healing done is increased by 8%. America. Alright guys, I am a high elf. I did forget to go over that. Increase your experience gains. This is super important to have that, increase that experience gain. So OP. Just don't worry about it. When you activate a class ability, restore some magicka, stamina, whichever one's higher. This affects every 6 seconds. So let's where a little bit of sustain comes in. When you use an ability with a channeled or cast time, you take 5% less damage. Increase your max magic by 2%. Increase your spell damage. Of course, you want to get medicinal use when using potions. Resulting effects last 30% longer. Provisioning. If you have this up, you can put these bad boys up for drink or food recipes. Alliance Wars doesn't really matter here. Definitely want to get at least this one here. Get this one all the way up. Undead, Danger, Werewolf, kill them. 9 ultimate. Mage skill, definitely get all of those. Those help. If you are using a Acidic skill line, I highly recommend all of those. I suck at life. That's why I haven't got them and not going to anytime soon. Which you can pay for them now. I'll show you those in a second. Undaunted, definitely get Undaunted up if you are going to use not only. Alright, so, no, it's upgrade. Skill lines, yeah, so you can buy all this stuff. If you guys didn't know, if you're on console, you can sell much. Alright. So that's cool. I tried using spiders on it just to see how much damage it would. Sucked because I ran out of stam. Went over that worlds. I tried using Soul Split, and I would suggest if you're doing Maelstrom, use the other one. Because when an enemy dies, you get Hell Stam and Magicka, and it just seems smarter to use that one. And plus, it does more damage for a single target, so I would just use the other morph. But I used this one because I was doing a lot of dungeons, and then I started doing Skyreach with them to help people level. So that's why I started using. And then of course, if you wanted to, you could drop below 20% health, bam, do a little bit of damage. You know, obviously everybody knows this one, basically, or should revive yourself once free every 1 hour. You have to get this one to like level 8 or 6 or something like that. Killing an enemy with a weapon has a 10% chance to automatically fill in. Light armor, have all those up. I do have points into these 3, mainly because if I do swap to single target damage, I do have the undaunted stuff, and I'll show you. Alright, I swapped to it now, and as you can see, here's my stats. A little bit different. Or, I'm not even... So it's a little bit different. I have the heavy. Alright. Weapon, destruction staff, definitely get all of these because they help out. And if you want to, you can. I mean, anybody who's using staff should already looked over these. I'm not gonna go. And then of course over these. So, this is my build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video as well. Thank you for tuning in and just kind of hanging out with the video. Hopefully it was a little less boring than the other ones that I've made for build videos. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a great night, great weekend, great morning, whatever the hell you're doing. Hopefully you have a great time. Take care, God bless, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.